Good day, family. I want to tell you all, just to clarify, because I watched my video and I said evil is good. I got so excited. Evil is only good because those who dish out whatever negative thoughts were not made to do bad, okay? Like I said, when we have our children, we do not contemplate they're going to grow up to be criminals, to want to hurt others or other people's family members and loved ones. We don't contemplate that. So whenever anyone wants to be evil, it's a clear deductive, reverse psychological reasoning that they are miserable in their own lives, and life, whatever it is innately from within, being redundantly reincarnated in this realm to satisfy karma, that they become ingrained in their criminal, non-corrective, complacent way of living, that upgrading to become a better person for whatever have you. Some of them escalate to just enough, but not good enough to go back into the heaven realms that this planet has ascended to. So karma is basically a tool in the matrix that guarantees that we as adults conduct ourselves in our right minds to not want to hurt ourselves or anybody else. And when we contemplate in our thoughts, we are judged by the way we think, the way we process information or thoughts, our intentions, and our deeds. So how we think produces what we say and how we present, and what we do is even more significant, because that's why people that are criminals, they hide. That's a clear indication that they know premeditated wise they're doing wrong. So that gives a good account that innately we know we're not supposed to do wrong, having the discernment between right from wrong. Therefore, judgment becomes necessary as a milestone, as I indicated, that it's what goes around comes around. So what goes around comes around is an indication that you can have compassion for those who are having very rough lives. There are details that everybody, in the privacy of your own life, as adults, you don't want on blast, or you don't want everybody to know what you've done and what you did not do. That's between you and God, right? Therefore, the privacy of judgment becomes evident to those who see you and interact with you, that when this time happens, they cannot hide. Family members, friends, coworkers, they tell on themselves, that they become turned inside out, that whatever they were hiding about themselves, now everybody has empathy. We can see it. And it justifies judgment, that whatever they were harboring silently in their thoughts that nobody could read, now it shows in their behavior, in their actions, and those are your enemies. Family or not, blood related or not, close, spouse, children, parents, co-workers or not. This video is going to be a little bit past 3 minutes. Therefore, we have to be very careful and give and kill, right? Listen to the word. That's where kill them with kindness comes in, because they want to hurt you in reverse. They want to kill you because they see you excelling, and that low vibration is an anchor, like encore, sounding like anger. An anchor is a heavy weight. It keeps them low vibrational, because they have practiced it for so long that when you do wrong like that and you practice it, it becomes your profession, that your moral compass is no longer useful. So you don't get a clear, energetic jolt within you to correct yourself. It has to be something you work towards. And because they think that they're not that bad for whatever have you, to the extreme of being bad, not to the point of not having no integrity. If they have to sneak, that's a clear sign of some sort of integrity, not to get caught. You understand? So the psychology is, if you're that good, and I know that this now time is heaven on earth, I know realistically, honest with me, I'm not going to be able to go. That's where the hate and the attacks come from. Well, if I can't go and you're my family member, and I know that you're good, and I know for a fact, honestly with me, that you didn't know I was fucked up, now I'm going to start to be meddlesome, be a hater, hate on you, do sly shit to hurt you, make you cry. That's why you're poised now, and the way you are cannot reveal that you see them too much. Just be regular and ignore it. Do not highlight the fact that they are that crazy, because they're not that stupid unless they're that mangy and that energy is starting to happen that they don't care. their callousness is turned on. That I know I'm bad, so they're going to go to jail or get killed. That's why the matrix is significant, because it basically gives them in an isolation their own vibration. So it recalibrates naturally to make like attract like. So we don't have to worry about it. We care about them and have compassion, empathy, sympathy. But if you do that too emotionally, those type of narcissists, they play on it. They'll drain you. They'll be viciously manipulative. Those are your evil, bad evil. That's why in heaven we say we have good evil, because you have to understand it in order to maneuver it, to deal with it, because it deals with family members. In heaven, we are royals. So it starts up there. The first fruits, we had to make love to each other. That's why we say royals do that. It's accepted in those higher realms. Down here, it's against the law to make love to your children. This is a different realm, that if they could have done that, they would have been zealous. They would have been out of control, over sexualized. They're not masters down here. So it's a different realm. The laws it's totally different. So I'm telling you all, because of discernment and you loving your family, that's like those horror movies no one wanted to watch. I learned that by my ex-mate telling me, listen, look at it from an educational purpose, that the Most High utilizes us during our lives as speaking through us. We call our angels. That will be the Most High, or a family member, an angelic being that comes through your family line that the Most High uses to contact you. But I give all credit to the highest. Since I woke up, it's me. That it's not fantastical that the body is the temple of God. But God has to be androgynous to be acknowledgeable to both sexes, to be acknowledgeable to both sexes within itself, within myself, the it factor. So that's why it's foreign to everybody, because it was a mystery. So as I woke up, I had access, my key being my soul and my body, that extended beyond my flesh suit to merge with my beingness identically, an exact match to my soul. That's what makes me God. The air we breathe, the gaseousness that keeps the inner sun lit. That's what makes me God. I'm able to pull up a lot of accounts pertaining to what I've never experienced in my earth life. That's why I'm able to fill in all the holy stories, right? That are sacred, that have holes in it. Because only the darkness, your mind, not so much your vessel. That's why you can't, I realized in psychology, when I went to the hospital, what they're giving me as medication, it can't touch my thoughts. I'm still reasonable. I was like, well, why are these thoughts not leaving me alone? I'm a good person. I kept questioning it earlier from my birth. I can't be in collegiate studies. I can't do college work. As an infant, I had to grow and learn. So that's what life does. No one knows the cards they're dealt. It's secret. It's your own privacy, your own life, that no one, unless you share it like I'm doing now freely, no one is supposed to hurt you. That's why it's supposed to be a silent ordeal for chosen ones. I broke the mold, but I'm sure of who I am. That's why I can do it. Those who have family members around you, just be loving and don't say much, because that keeps the balance of not making them agitated, because they're in the twilight zone that I had to go in the hospital for. The environment, the mind, the environment is talking to them, and so am I in their heads. I'm collectively omnipresent as the ones around me that earlier I could not hear them, but my matrix was telling me from a different realm what it is, since it's geared towards me. They're saying, because I can't literally hear them, I'm on an earth existence as a protection. So every time I talk, they try to fumble with what I'm saying as ancestors from in their own vessels, that I'm talking through them. They think they're tapping in with me. No, that's why my chosen ones are protected, because the ones who are your ancestors, they're trying to make you frustrated. They're trying to make you angry. So when you stay poised and realize, well, they're angry because they realize they want to die and not go to hell. They want to sleep in peace and they can't. And I'm taunting them as their program that they deposited bad energy into their own dumping ground. And the dark night of the soul is for you to heal and own your badness by utilizing love. But some of them don't want to do that work. So they succumb to their darkness becoming evil to them. And I support it for their refusal to heal with love. So they become more mangily, lividly enraged from being in their own mind. So if you can, just be loving to them, as my mom, when I went to the hospital, was able to give me love. As I'm not mangy, I was just depressed because I'm a good person. I couldn't understand, why that was happening. But that happened because it was spell work done to me because of who I am. And it was undetected. It was that deep of a type of ambitiousness to keep us dumbed down from family members that wanted to evade judgment. They had knowledge, so they did spell work. So we had to beat the clock and speed up time. Therefore, making me wake up. Because this is the ninth 24,920 years to Earth life. We can't fathom what that is. So that's all of that bad thinking of jealousy, hate, envy, and spell work in a preparation before judgment that they did precautionarily to make sure that they kill me before I woke up. And they wanted Yanun, of course, because he was baited as Anu as well. That's why we are called Anunnaki. We're all angelic, but we're all gods simultaneously, because an angel means an angle and only an upright angle. That's why those who are cherubims can only be what they are, just like a chimpanzee. It can only be in Earth age at the cap of an 8-year-old human. They're animals, so they're children. And so in heaven, 180 degrees of a cherubim is the capacity of only being that type of being, to be evil, but having the capacity to understand discerningly right from wrong, because that's the fundamentals of dark and light, good and bad, up and down, in and out, push or pull. You understand? Man or woman. You understand? That was always innately within us, to be able to comprehend that you don't want to do wrong to destroy you or your loved ones from when you're born into a physical manifested body or manifested self, that you fundamentally basically don't want anybody to hurt you, so you don't hurt anybody else. That's maturely what anybody can understand, whether cherubim or seraphim. Seraphim means agreeable to only a capacity of being good. So your cherubim would be cherry, right? Red, cherry, cherubim, or seraphim would be agreeable. A seraphim, is just good. That's it. They're just agreeable. And green light, syrup, like medicine for the red light. Seraphim, syrup. So, as in medicine, that's why I say love is the green heart, and that medicine, like I'm pulling out from the ethers right now, that you all can hear me say it on the spot. I'm breaking down naturally, innately, that I'm that brilliant. Of being dark black light. When you close your eyes, you see the little tiny little pieces of light. That's called black light. It's not totally pitch dark. And that shows my intelligence that I accessed, that I'm pulling from the ethers. The ether around me is free energy, that no one can hurt or harm you. Do not agree with it. If anyone is trying astrally to hurt you or make you feel intimidated, you are the governor or the president or the creator of your reality. So the way to protect yourself is to always have good thoughts and to use love at the forefront, truthfully, to have compassion for those who are going to hell, but they deserve it because of bad thinking. That's why in 2000, that was the mark of judgment. Party like it's 1999. That was the half an hour, 1970 to 2000. As it says in Revelations, chapter 8, verse 1. There was silence in the heavens for half an hour. We did not realize why we had to speed up the time, but I'm able to give a lot more accounts as to why, as I just did. We love you. Stay positive, cool, calm, and collected. Love is the medicine.